SNAP benefits. They're not going to be coming to some people. And a lot of people are going to be panicking and don't know what to do. Well, your girl, yo, is here. Your thoughts is here to try to help you. Okay? So it don't look like I can get myself up here, but that's okay. We're still going to talk about some things. All right? Let's see if I can do this. Let me see if I can take this off. There I go. Hey, everybody. Again, I hope you guys are having a good day and doing well. Now, the vegetables that I'm going to be telling you guys about, you can grow these vegetables in November. These vegetables are so good for the body. It's filling. It has so many nutritional facts to them. I'm not going to go into details about the nutritional facts. You guys can look that up. Nevertheless, I'm going to tell you the vegetables to get so you can plant them today. This is November the 1st. No, I'm sorry, it's the 31st, right? It's October the 31st, right? So next week or tomorrow, you guys can get these vegetables and start planting them. You can plant them indoors or outdoors. So let's start by going down the list of vegetables that you guys can plant. Okay, let me show you just a second. I got some pictures for you guys. So just bear with me. You know your girl, yo, with this jigamabob. These are some of the vegetables. Okay, so one of the vegetables that you can plant is spinach. You can plant some spinach, right? Now, what you do is with this spinach, spinach don't like a lot of water, right? So you take the seeds of spinach and you kind of spread them out in some dirt, right? You just thin them out and just spread them out in the dirt. Put a little bit of dirt over top of the dirt, the soil that you're using, right? It's no big fuss. You just spread the seeds. Y'all know I have a lot of videos on my channel teaching you how to plant different vegetables, right? But it's really simple. These vegetables are so simple. You just kind of set it and forget it, okay? You just put them in the ground and forget it. And I'm going to show y'all something. A lot of people do not have gardens where, yard space and all that kind of stuff, which is understandable, right? But nevertheless, where there's a will, there's a way. And I'm going to show you what you can plant these vegetables in. Boom. You can plant them in containers like this. You can put dirt in these containers right here, some soil. If you don't have any money to purchase soil, you can go to your backyard, dig the regular dirt that you see with the grass over it. Just dig, get your shovel. You can get dirty. You can get some dirt on them nails. That's okay. But you're gonna be able to eat when the spring comes. So you take some dirt, shovel, put some dirt in the bottom of these barrels right here. Go about let's say less than halfway. Then you put your seeds in them, and each individual plant you that I'm going to name, you can put stuff in it. So y'all get a pencil and paper, write this down, or review the video again, and get the information. So spinach, you're going to plant that vegetable, right? Again, spinach don't need a lot of water or anything. So you put the spinach in there in the ground with the seeds. You're going to plant some garlic. You get you some garlic. And one thing about garlic is they slow and easy type plants. They don't mind getting little rain on them and things, but they don't like to be in puddles of water. So just take your garlic and use your thumb and put it all the way down. Put your thumb all the way down in the dirt. Push the garlic all the way down in there. And once you do that, you put a little bed in it. And what I mean by that, you tuck your garlic in nice like it's in a little bed. You got leaves that's falling right now. These beautiful fall leaves that are falling. Use those leaves to your advantage. That's free. That's mulch. That'll keep your garlic nice and tucked in. Just keep it covered through the winter, just with some leaves or some straw, or you can use compost. And when I'm saying compost, this particular like you have like household scraps, like banana peels, onion peels, um, uh, apple peels, anything that you have that's like coffee grains, and grains of coffee. If you put coffee, you can put that over top of it too, right? Just so it can stay snugged in. But if you have any like animals and stuff that run in your yard, you might want to cover it at night and leave it open in the daytime so it can breathe and get the air that it needs. Okay, so you got garlic. So we have spinach. We have garlic. Now the next thing we're gonna have is some carrots. You can plant some carrots as well, right? You can also plant these things in the ground, just like this young woman is doing right here, right? Excuse me. Now, listen, just think about this. You see, when you plant carrots in the ground, Either way you plant them, they will grow, but they take that time. They are slow plants. They take a long time to come up. But when they do, and you plant them in November, they're the sweetest things that you ever wanted to taste. Carrots, right? And beside carrots, you can also take some radishes and plant them in between the carrots. Like, so one row you may have the carrots. The next row, you can have the radish in between. That way you can see, because the carrot seeds are really small. And when they pop up, if the radish pop up, they're nice and red and beautiful. So when you see them pop up, you know that they carrots are right beside them and they're coming right after. And radishes, you're going to be able to pick those within 2 weeks after you plant the radishes. You can be able to eat that immediately, right? And they're good for you. Okay. Then you have snow peas. You can plant those too. And you can also use to put these things in inside like a little greenhouse, a little makeshift greenhouse that you might want to make, or put some plastic over something, like these little boards and stuff, just to cover it. But you don't have to. It can be right out there in the snow, in the winter hail, and all of this. You don't have to really cover it. None of these plants that I'm mentioning. You can plant you some cilantro. And cilantro, that is really, really good for you too. But when you plant cilantro, you have to make sure that half of the day the sun is shining on it, right? That it gets some sun. And the other half of the day it could be in a shady place, right? And you have to keep your soil moist, not wet, wet, but just moist. Don't drench it, just moist, because cilantro is another plant or herb that do not like a lot of water. Now, let's go, and cilantro have a whole lot of health benefits as well, right? And we can do kale next. Plant some kale. Make sure you put that in the ground. They are big, nice, leafy kale. Those are so good, right? And they are really, really sweet after the frost hits it. So when you get a frost during the winter and you have kale in your garden, they are sweeter than the kale that you plant during the springtime, you know? And don't forget, like I said, the beets. Don't forget beets. They're really good. Beets is really good for your blood. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, those big old red bulbs of beets, and you can eat the tops of the beets as well. So not only do you eat the bulb, which is the bottom part, the big red ball of the beets, you can eat the stems, the green and red tops of those. They're all good for you. Now you also want to have some bunching onions. You can buy onions, any type of onions, but the bunching onions, they do good. They do so good in the, in the wintertime, planting those, right? And onions are good for you as well. And also, you can plant you some red onions. Some red onions. You want to plant them because let me tell you something about red onions. But before I get into red onions, let me tell you the last thing that you can plant is Swiss chard. You want to be able to plant that. Okay, then we're going to talk about what I have on the stove right here. So let me review the vegetables really quick and just straight down the road so you guys know what we have. Okay, so you're going to sow these seeds in the month of November. Now, you have to do them in the month of November if you are planning on having something to eat coming up in the spring. All right. So, spinach, garlic, carrots, lettuce. You can get a winter type lettuce. It could be butter lettuce. That's pretty good. Or any other type of hardy lettuce, right? Snow peas, radishes, carrots, cilantro, kale, beets, onions, and switch chard. Those are the vegetables that you can plant immediately, right? This month. All right, let's talk about these onions on the stove. Excuse me. All right, so listen, with all this stuff going on with the colds and flus and this type of season, a lot of people are taking those jabs for the flu and all that kind of stuff. Let me show you this home remedy that my family uses. You take a red onion, you put it on the stove just like you see in front of you, with that amount of water in the pan. You only need one big red onion, right? Chop it up and let the water steam just a little bit like you see in the pan. Don't have it boiling really hard, just enough. Once it comes to that boil, you would cut the pan off. You would strain the onions out of the pan, and you would put the juice of that onion in a cup. Now, sometimes it'll look like this when you do it, depending on your onion, right? Or other times it'll look like this, but it's a cross between the two colors. That's how that onion water is going to look, right? But do not throw your onions in the trash. You can use those onions in your garden when you're out of that garden, whether you be gardening in the ground or whether you be in the greenhouse, or if they're in your house and you have them in your house on a patio. Keep those types of scraps so that you can use them as fertilizers for your other vegetables. Back to this. Now, once you strain it, it's going to look like this in between the two colors that I told you, right? You're going to take a teaspoon of olive oil and you're going to put it inside of the warm onion water and stir it well. Then get a teaspoon of honey that's in the other jar and pour that in there, stir that in there as well. Now, when you drink this right here, this is going to help your whole body fight off colds, flus, and any type of excess water that you have on your body. It'll drain that as well. And that's all you need. And it also get rid of parasites, which are those little worms that be tucked in your intestines, right? And it also help your bowels to move smoothly, right? It helps with constipation. Just this little teeny type of remedy like this will help with all those ailments. Okay? So I just wanted to add that in there. So that's why it's very important to kind of like grow your own foods and things like this. So when you get a little bit more matured working with your vegetables and stuff like that, you would know what goes with what, right? And then let me tell you something else that's really yummy about everything that we just spoke about. You can take everything that I told you about and put it in a pot, make a whole meal with the vegetables I described to you. See? You see the beets, the carrots, you see the radishes, right? They got, you see the onions, the bunch of onions, the kale. You know there's cabbage is extra, but you can't plant cabbage now. But I'm just saying, you get the picture. Put all of that stuff that I told you to grow in your garden, put it in a pot. You know, then you can get some vegetable soup, make some vegetable soup, or add some vegetable soup to the pot of your vegetables that you're cooking, right? And listen, get your little pan and put some cornbread on the stove, like a little maybe some Jiffy Made cornbread. If you don't know how to make cornbread, you can get the store bought Jiffy Made cornbread. Put that down there like that, and guess what, ladies and gentlemen, your whole family is fed. You did? See? So don't panic. It's always ways, you know, to make a way. It's always ways to get out of situations and to be able to eat. No one is going to be hungry. Not if you use your head and pay attention to people like your girl, your thoughts. Yeah. So if you guys like videos like this, I'm going to be pumping up quite a few. Just let me know and show your appreciation by hitting the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. Now, this is a side commercial, and I'm going to be going out of here. If you guys want to keep your body straight and keep your body healthy. Let me see if I can get this off of here. Well, yep, here we go. Let me see. I'm going to advertise this. Voila. If I can get it up. Hang on, guys. Let's see. I have to hit this stuff twice. Hang on. One moment. I just want to basically tell y'all know that I have sea moss available. If you guys, anybody want to order some sea moss from me, this is all natural right here. This helps build your immune system. It has all the minerals that your body needs in it. And I do free shipping. So just contact me, place your order, and I also have the pills as well, right? And everything is homemade and natural herbs. I only make them to order, right? It's not nothing sitting on a shelf, right? Okay. And if this here I am here. If anybody want to have a conversation with me behind the scenes about anything that you may be going through, you don't have nobody to talk to, whether it's relationship advice, dating tips, marriage coaching, support, bereavement, anything, if you're talking about family dynamics and any type of conflict resolution, I'm your girl. Oh, your thoughts here. So we covered all bases. By it being wintertime, a lot of people, they get kind of like depressed, down and out. The woes me, no sun is shining, but the sun is shining even when the clouds are out. Don't forget that, right? And we can all help each other. So yeah, just hit me up if you guys need anything like that. All right. I want to thank you guys for coming through, hanging in here with me, and growing when I grow, right? Because we're growing together over here, right? So thanks, everybody. Now, let me just tell you, let me just see if I can do this real quick. Hang on 1 second. Y'all see how I stop that music and stuff. I'm going to learn this stuff so good, y'all. Y'all be like, great, they look at your toys over here showing off. Thanks, everybody. I thank y'all for coming, everybody. I really appreciate it. And I want you guys to have a great rest of your day. Peace, everybody. See y'all around.